taking advantage. Alright, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to pick up on where we left off in Dark Souls. A little recap. In the first episode, we ran around Firelink Shrine. We grabbed some items after beating the Asylum Demon and finishing the tutorial area. And then last week, on episode 2, we went ahead and we ran through the catacombs, skipped all of it, and went and beat Pinwheel. Today, we're going to pick up back to where we're supposed to be and doing what we were supposed to be doing originally. We've got some better equipment now, so we'll be taking advantage. There's a firebomb boy up here before we go and grab that item. We'll take out this guy. So this weapon is going to make most of the common enemies pretty trivial around here. Ragdoll physics are amazing. Oh, there he goes. And away he goes. So, we're going to be heading into the Undead Burg and fighting the Taurus demon today. We're going to try and do pretty much everything we can do in the Undead Burg. Look at this guy. You don't know what to do. He's stuck in a corner. So, we're going to try and do everything, though, that we're supposed to be doing, and then some extra stuff. There's a reasonable chance that there will be some cutting, so that I can just grind up a few souls real quick, and grab some stuff. So, we'll see what happens. Right in the damn face. I don't think there's even anything in here, is there? Nope. There's a couple of extra things around here that we can do. Not quite as much as some of the other areas. Look at that big guy. We'll be dealing with you later, bro. Now, if you're an amateur or a new player or anything, there's nothing wrong with using a shield. It's honestly pretty smart. Just because we're not doing it doesn't mean nothing. So we've already got 2,000 souls again. That's not too bad. We're going to need quite a few souls. So we need a few items. Yeah, fuck that guy. There's a dude in here. And then over here. We can go down here. There's a couple of these skinny boys. Now, these guys are generally pretty easy, but when you see them and they're hostile, they're usually in groups. And you can definitely get a bit overwhelmed pretty easily. Strength in numbers, man. Strength in numbers. A bunch of those guys will still mess you up. Get some throwing knives. Get you some. And yeah. That connects back right to there. This is before you could just quickly slide down ladders, which is a much loved update to newer Dark Souls games. Sliding down and fast climbing on ladders is great, especially for longer ones. Alright, this guy right here. Look at this guy.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you. Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
See, he says everything's for sale, but he's actually got an item that's not for sale. But what we're gonna want to buy that and slap on a bunch of those. We're also going to want to buy these three things. So we're going to need like another 5,000 souls. We might be able to squeeze it out with some items. There are some people that say just hang on to these for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why you would just hang on to those. Use them as you need them. Use them to level up and stuff. Yeah, we can't squeeze nothing out with no items. So I'm going to go ahead and farm out to 5,000 souls to get those items. And then, oh, hello door. We'll open this door and grab what's over here. We don't need it, but there you go. If you picked a starting class that either doesn't have a shield or is a pyromancer and has a bad shield, then that's not a bad deal right there. We'll light this bonfire, and actually I'm going to go ahead and show you why we went out of our way to get the rite of kindling. So as it stands, this bonfire will only bring us back to 5 Estus. Like here, I'll just show you. We'll chug them down real quick. Alright, no Estus whatsoever, right? We got none. Damn shame that. So we rest, and you can see down there at the bottom, it restores it to 5. So we'll go ahead and we'll kindle it. This costs when your humanity's off of your humanity counter, and now it's up to 10. Normally this is as high as you can go, but with the rite of kindling on our side, we can go further. We can go even further beyond to 15, and then it caps out here at 20. 20 Estus charges. This is why we got the rite of kindling so early, because we can make the fire nice and big, put our feet right on in there, and we can more or less make our lives a little easier by giving ourselves access to more Estus. Now I'm going to go ahead and farm out some souls, so we'll check back in once we're purchased all the items we need.
Flip that guy. There's a dude in here. And then over here. We can go down here.
Alright, cool. We've got the souls we need. Now we can buy the items that we need. I gotta tell you, these guys don't give a whole lot of souls. So, like, anywhere from 60 to 100 a pop, that's like a little bit of a slog.
Oh, they're still keeping him up, and go ahead. Never hurts.
So now, we're going to purchase these 3 key items. Now, well, he has other stuff, like your orange soapstone. You kind of want that. There's no reason to not buy the dried finger if you're like big on PvP, but you know, we don't really need any of this armor. We'll go ahead and pick up another couple arrows. Alright. Now, there's a reason why we grind everything out and buy everything. Because he isn't selling everything he has, the cuck. See, he gives you the dried finger and a humanity, and an Uchi katana that he wasn't selling. Now, if you're playing a character that's going to be heavier on dexterity, that Uchi katana is a phenomenal weapon that will carry you through the whole game if you wanted to, honestly. But it's worth mentioning that it has a little bit less in the durability realm. 80. You'll notice I'm at 590 to 600 durability on my weapon. So that's why we bought the repair box, so that we can repair our weapons on the go. Because in Dark Souls 2 and 3, anytime you rest at a bonfire, your weapon gets repaired. Not here. Not here. You got to do it yourself, or you got to visit the blacksmith. But having the availability to do it yourself is always nice. Also, we're about to walk into one of the early challenging rooms. This room is difficult for a new player because of those guys. And then you got that guy over there with his shield. So, first timers, because you're running through those fire bombs, a lot of people sprint, so they're out of stamina. And then you got to deal with those dudes. It's a bit of a mess. Get rid of that guy. We don't need him. We don't need this guy either. We're being quite thorough here. Go ahead and open this chest. Pay attention to chests. The way the chain is arranged will dictate whether or not they're a mimic. If it's in a circle like that, you're fine. A little bit of a pro tip from somebody who's been playing a while. I believe the first mimic you can encounter is in Sen's Fortress anyway. Look at these guys throwing fire bombs. And you come up here, because you're gonna want to get these guys back. Generally, when you do that, you don't want to misjudge how close you are to them. I know these guys can drop fire bombs too, so that's not a terrible farm. Fire bombs can be very useful in the early game. Chug-a-lug, because we're going to do some thing. First, we're going to open this door. Come back here, grab some items. Some gold pine resins. Again, useful stuff. We cannot use it with this weapon. This weapon is not buff or enchantable. But that doesn't mean it's not something useful. When you come up here, this guy will be a pain in the butt later otherwise. Now this guy's in our face. Yeah, but we don't care. Two more of them. Not a problem. Alright, so we're actually going to equip our shield, because down here is a black knight, and we're going to try and fight him. First, we're going to go over here. I don't remember if there is anything over here. There's death, if that's what you're looking for. I bet that note set on the ground says to try jumping. No. It's actually helpful for once. You can't get in here, but we can fight our boy. Whew. Whew. Oh, you hate to see it. The positioning fucking sucks. Like, that guy's not even particularly that hard. We had 3 humanities on our counter. We're not leaving that blood stain behind. Where did we get 3 humanities from? Oh, the farm. That's right. Killing these guys can offer you humanities on occasion. Oh. We almost just did a big dumb. I don't really want to fight you guys. These guys are so fucking annoying. Man, we're having a hard time getting back, aren't we? That happens on occasion, though. Ooh, get the sweet backstab. No, I want the item. I don't need to be back on that ladder. Get that guy. Come up here. Get that guy. Down here, grab our fucking souls. Look at that, we got another humanity on our counter. Spank that booty. You hate to see it, don't you, Mr. Black Knight? And there is that. I'll be honest, if you're not quite well equipped and experienced, you might not need to be down there to get that ring. The ring isn't even that great, like we'll equip it because it's there, but it ain't even that great. It sure as hell ain't really worth all that effort. It sure as hell is not worth all that effort. So you kind of start coming up here a little bit. He's going to do that. And he just whoop, let that eat itself off the edge there. Now, an extra thing you can do with the master key is come in here and go down those stairs. Down there, you'll be able to get into the Darkroot Garden early and also fight Havel. He's not the most impossible fight ever, but it's a long one. And we absolutely will be fighting him at some point. Thought you could get away from me, crystal lizards? You want to keep your eye out for those guys right there, little crystal lizards. They give you all kind of goodies. So now you come through here, and it's like, all right, just progressing to the other tower, right? Oh shit, there's archers. You get shot at and you turn around. You want to deal with these guys. You don't need that shit. Yeah, the last thing you need during a boss fight is some archers harassing you. You guys stop. Now we'll chug again, just to make sure we're at full health. Good practices and all that. And we'll come on to here. And, you know, carry on. Just like normal. To this. There he jumps down. Here's a little pro tip. Go back up this ladder. It might be a little close. But you remember that plunging attack we learned about in the tutorial? There we go. Because our weapon is stupid. There goes the boss. He will definitely be a little more challenging for pretty much any new player that's not using this weapon. I strongly suggest you go through the game the way it's intended, not cutting through Pinwheel the first time and grabbing the Gravelord sword. I'm just doing this to make my life easier. And easier my life shall be. Two-shotting a whole boss. This weapon even does a lot of damage to Pinwheel, though. It's like, it's a fairly strong weapon. So here, we're going to meet our favorite NPC. Everyone's favorite NPC is right here. Your boy Solaire.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of
He's such a wholesome boy.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment. The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey? It pleases you greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old fading in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But you think, to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
So there he is in the flesh, our son, bro. Just being jolly and grand right there. And the shrine to the Sun Bros is actually through that gate over there. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to shield up for this. Because this is not going to necessarily go smoothly. And there's our dragon boy. Well, he's not even properly a dragon. He's just a drake. So come over here, and we'll kick this bad boy down. We're gonna do a little bonus thing for you guys on this episode because it's boring, and I don't want to really. I don't know. Well, it's kind of boring. You don't necessarily have to stick through the whole thing. Let's get his attention. Alright, hang on a second there, bud. There we go. So yeah, it's gonna be a little boring, and it's gonna be a little bit time consuming. I'll probably cut it down, actually, or speed it up, but you see his tail there. I'll go ahead and explain it, in case you decide it's not worth sticking around for. You see that tail there? Every dragon type enemy, I forgot to clip arrows. Every dragonkin type of enemy in the game, this guy included, you can cut their tail off and get a weapon, a dragon weapon they call it. So if you're going through for your first time and you don't have the Gravelord's sword, honestly, the Drake sword that you get from this guy's tail is another fantastic starting weapon option. The Drake weapons do pretty strong base damage, honestly. But the thing about it is while they have good base damage, they have no scaling. Which, unlike the Gravelord sword, which does have scaling, just really shit scaling, dragon weapons just flat out don't have any scaling. So, you'll be here for a little bit. You definitely want to have a few arrows. I'm pretty sure I've got enough. I feel like I exaggerate how many arrows I need every time I'm buying. But, you know, unlike Dark Souls 3, and I believe, I don't know about 2, I've never actually used archery in 2. But unlike Dark Souls 3, you can carry all the arrows you have right there on your person. All 999 of them. Whereas Dark Souls 3, your quivers are limited to 99. But, you know, it's a tedious process to get that Drake sword. It really is. But, ah shit, I mistimed it. But as tedious as it is, if you don't have it, and you don't have the Gravelord sword, you don't. All you're using, you're not necessarily playing for dexterity, so you're not really going to use the Uchi Katana. You're playing like whatever and building strength or something. This is a solid weapon to carry you over until you can use something better like that Zweihander we found in the graveyard. Now, if you're building a strength character, that Zweihander is one of the better weapons in the entire game. But then again, some of these dragon weapons, the Drake sword, it kind of has a finite use. It's a one-handed sword, and its usefulness ends pretty clearly at a certain point, you know? So you can kind of tell when that's no longer a useful weapon. And it's oh, there we go. And we can put our fire back on. Now he's left, I think. I don't know. He's pissed. I do know that. Now, to progress, you have to go over there. But what we're going to do, we have 15 Estus charges still. We're actually going to go up here, grab some items. Actually, he left, but he didn't leave for good. He'll be back. And we're going to come down here, rest of the bonfire. And I think that'll do us, my friends. We'll be continuing on next time. Let's see what kind of level ups we can do. Five. So because of our Gravelord sword being as strong as it is, we're going to just keep slapping levels down on vitality and endurance until they get to a desired spot, and then we'll figure out what else to level. Alright. So there it is, my friends. We've reached a good spot. We've leveled up a bit. We've got more health, more stamina. One more boss defeated. You'll notice that unlike the Asylum Demon, we did not have our humanity restored by beating the Taurus Demon. I'm curious what that's about. Why did one boss do it? Pinwheel did it, but why didn't the Taurus Demon do it? There's another boss that we'll be facing at some point that also doesn't restore your humanity. But for the time being, we're going to call it here. We will get there. Thank you guys for continuing this journey with me through Dark Souls. I love this game. This was the first technical area of the game, and it took us till episode 3 to go do it. And there was nothing difficult here. There's just a lot of walking around and slapping stuff. We spanked a Black Knight though, so that was cool. And we took out the Taurus Demon in 2 hits. That's pretty cool. And the next stop on our journey is going to be, the next place. In the next episode, we're going to be pursuing the Bell Gargoyles, ringing the first spell of Awakening. We're going to meet Andre the Blacksmith. We're also going to meet Oswald, who can absolve your sins. And we're going to meet our Onion Bro as well. So please feel free to stick around, slap a like on here, spank that like button like I spanked that Black Knight, spank that bell like I spanked that Black Knight, and spank that subscribe like I spanked that Black Knight. Do it all. Backstab those buttons. Or feel free to dislike it if you don't like the way things turned out, or if you think I'm cheesing the game by having this weapon so early. Or whatever you might be thinking, feel free to let me know down below in the comments with the like or dislike button, or however you see fit. Until next time, don't you go hollow, and I will fucking see you later.